There's an update to the Richard Sherman situation that happened overnight in Washington. Now there is a report that Richard Sherman might be linked to a hit and run incident on a Department of something transportation vehicle in the state of Washington. At about 1 a.m., a car flipped up over a median and hit something. Then the person left. Then obviously at 2 a.m., the cops were called at a house, and it was the car had a registration linked to Richard Sherman. Yep. Nobody knows if he was in the car. He did get arrested for burglary, domestic violence, as he was attempting to get into a family member's house. He never got in, but continued to do so. Who knows what he was saying while trying to do it. The cops showed up, tried to arrest him. They had to get the dog out to arrest him. These are all allegedly what's going on. So he resisted arrest. Sounds like it was an epically terrible evening for Richard Sherman. We hope everybody's okay, and we hope help is sought by anybody that would potentially need it. Maybe Richard Sherman after this entire thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see what everything that happens. But the fact they had to get the dogs or the dog out, that's what would scare me. I mean, anyone knows, like, usually if those dogs come out, people quit instantly. Like, no, keep that thing away from me.
Yeah, there is no games to be played whenever that canine gets called. No. And I was out in USO tour in Japan, and they got some lions over there.
They got some pups.
They got some, some special ops German shepherds.
Big old dogs.
Not bigger than those Russian ones.
No, not bigger than the Russian ones.
Those stayed up at 9 foot tall.
Yeah, the Black Dolphin Jail has some mountain dogs up there that are vicious and massive. But our German shepherds, they train them as if they are actual Navy SEALs, I guess. There's been pictures of these dogs with night vision goggles on and earpieces, so people can tell them what to do as they go in and do things. They're special. We got the old, hey, come bite the arm with one of these things.
Mark Ingram.
No way, dude. I mean, I remember being...
You could do it.
I did do it, yeah. But I remember sitting there just as this wildebeest is running at me. And I'm like, oh, no. And then that thing, boom. And obviously that thing slides off a little bit. And you're like, oh, it's going to come back in. Uh-oh. So I did a full throw like it was a treat. Like, get me out of here. Like, go take that thing. And off I go. But when those dogs get called, everybody kind of knows they're in deep, deep shit. And Richard Sherman obviously got the dogs, potentially crashed his car. Yeah. He's in jail right now. Terrible, terrible night. Hopefully this isn't a sign of more to come for Richard Sherman.
So it's safe to assume he was boozed up then, right? If he went over the median and all that kind of stuff?
Big-time journalists could never, assume stuff on this particular story.
Sure.
But we ain't journalists.
No.
Nope.
Okay, I said it.
Here speculate.
I said it when it happened. We were pundits speculate. Alcohol probably going to be close by in this entire thing. Now, and maybe not alcohol, maybe it's something else, and that's not an excuse. Okay, I'm not giving Richard Sherman an excuse. It just feels like not every time, most of the time when something like this happens, where it is incredibly terrible, alcohol is around. I've been there. I didn't try to break into anybody's houses, but I was walking through the streets shirtless at one point. It's just hopefully help is sought here. But the burglary domestic violence title is.
But it was a family member's house, they said?
Yeah, and that family member called the police. When they got there, he was there. So, resisting arrest feels like that would be... I don't know what was said, I guess, because it could have been threats and who knows. Not good.
Nope.
The more and more we learn, the more and more allegations stack up. The worse the night sounds for Richard Sherman. We hope everybody's okay. Just got an update here on the Richard Sherman situation. Adam Schefter, who is the only person that has any information on this, by the way, all morning. He has been the only one reporting on this all afternoon. Richard Sherman's wife, Ashley Moss, has told the Seattle Times he didn't harm anybody. My kids were not harmed in the incident. He's a good person, and this is not his character. We're doing all right, just trying to get him out. I want people to know no one was injured. So... a continuing, confusing story continues to unravel. Well, how does this end? That burglary, domestic violence as the first thing you hear is...
not good.
Wild.
And how did they get to that? Because then there have to be something. I guess the threats were potentially the thing. And then as the law states for the burglary, you won't leave a premise or something as a part of that. So... I guess you could piece it together. This is wild there for Richard Sherman.
Do you have to take something do you have to steal something for it to be considered burglary?
No, you have to steal. I think no.
Just get in unwelcome.
Unwelcome, yeah, without leaving or anything like that. So I think we thought it would be considered breaking and entering,
Yeah.
and then not leaving or whatever. But I guess that is considered the burglary, is you not leave the premise or something like
See,
that.
that makes it almost sound like it's just loitering.
Like disturbing the peace.
And then resisting arrest.
Yeah.
Because if you
And
have
it
it
wasn't
that way,
his house.
What's that?
It wasn't the house he lives in.
No, it's somebody else. It's a family member's house. Whose house? Nobody
Anytime
knows.
there's family involved too, like who knows what the story is.
Well, that's why, because it was family, is the reason why it can be domestic violence. Because everybody always assumes partner or spouse for domestic violence, but I think we've seen cases where it's like nephew and like son and daughter or something like
In-laws.
that. Yeah, I think it's considered just family is the thing. So, I mean, we don't really know what the fuck is going on.
Wild.
Good thing about Richard Sherman, he writes for The Athletic. He does all this stuff. I assume he's going to come out with his side and let everybody know exactly what happened.
Yeah, this is not his character. Who knows, man? Adam Schefter update. Richard Sherman has not been formally charged. He cannot be until he appears in King County District Court, which will not be until Thursday afternoon. Until then, Sherman will remain in the King County Correctional Facility.
Damn.
Thursday.
We thought he would at least get in today.
Why the delay to get in front of the judge?
Yeah, I thought the judge was right in.
Oh, yeah.
In my experience, the judge was right there in the jail. I mean, we just go boom, pow, we're out.
Yeah.
Much more serious allegations, I assume.
yeah.
Saturday is really the only time where that happens. Or like if you get booked on a Saturday, Sunday they're not there.
Or a holiday.
Yeah, or a holiday. Yeah.
Somebody gets a Thanksgiving night. That's all the way till Monday.
Yeah.
I had a friend who got public intoxication on Thanksgiving night one night.
Sorry.
See you Monday, dude. Yeah. It's going to be a long...
Enjoy the slop.
Yeah. Halloween had somebody get arrested. Came out of the jail the next morning in costume.
Nice.
Yep.
Fantastic.
You had a video of that?
Nah, that was before the days of...
Before the
We're
cameras.
recording everything.
One of our mutual friends was driving home the morning after one of our parties and got pulled over and was still drunk enough that he blew and then was taken to jail in his leprechaun costume. So
That's fantastic. Another friend of ours, mutual friend of ours, was driving home the night before the St. Patrick's Day parade in Pittsburgh. And he drove an hour and 45 minutes around the city of Pittsburgh trying to get back to where he was headed. And it wasn't until he was a minute and a half away from the destination that was so hard to find. He got a Dewey. Right there. Got him out of the jail. He made it by the St. Patrick's Day parade, though.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
7:30 a.m. We had him at the St. Patrick's Day parade.
That's a win. Was that the one you guys drank with the bum at?
Yes, that was 3.5 hours there where he was potentially, incarcerated. But the good news is when he got out on the other side, I don't even think he remembered it until, it was in the newspaper and stuff.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it was a big deal.